Hello, everybody, and welcome
Yeah.
back to the Global Conquerors channel. We're back for Conquest Season 2, Episode 3. I am your host, SMGFrenzy, with your co host.
AssassinADC. I'm back. Sorry, this thing is tripping. There you go.
Okay,
Something was up. I couldn't see. Yeah, we're back.
we're back, and
For we've recorded this like 8 times
yeah,
the
there's
last
been some issues,
20
but
minutes.
hopefully this is the version that you see on YouTube and not one of our bloopers. But as we go forward, we're just going to get right into it. We're talking about esports. And first part for esports is the COD beta. You got to play it over the weekend. It ends we're recording this on Sunday, October 15th, so it ends tomorrow, you said around 2 p.m. Eastern.
Roughly, from my thing, there's 16 hours and 12 minutes left on the beta.
Yep.
Um, can't really do math correctly, so I'm gonna just say 2 p.m. Eastern.
Roughly. It ends on
No big,
Monday, which means by the time
no,
this
no
episode's
biggie.
out, it won't be open.
It'll be over. It'll be
Yeah.
over, and we'll be like a month out from the actual full game release.
Yep.
So yeah, um, yeah, I don't know. I mean,
What do you think about the beta? You got to play it, you grinded it, you got to max level. I know
I've been
you.
grinding the heck out of this game. I already talked about it, but like we'll just like I already say it. But yeah, I've been grinding the heck out of this game. Came out Thursday. I pre-ordered the game. So I kind of grinded it like heavy. I think I got to level 17 the first day.
Mm.
I think there's at the time, well, there was 30 levels. Right now I'm at 29, so
Oh
I'm
dang. Okay.
almost one off. So I am gonna get it tonight when we finish with the podcast.
Mm.
But yeah, the beta feels good. I feel smooth. The movement feels nice. If you played MW 2019, that's what it reflect. It feels like the movement like that, but it's not like abused compared to like that year.
Mm.
But it's like what the game last year should have been, even though it's a continuation from last year's game, MW2 of 2022.
Can we
Jesus.
just talk about how there's gonna be a whole generation of children that are gonna grow up and be like, I want to play MW1, MW2, MW3, and they're like, which one?
Exactly. So we call them MW 2019, we call it MW 2021, and then we're gonna call it MW 2023.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. Um,
Yeah, it sounds like you like the beta. What don't you like about it though? Is there anything that's like,
uh, the time to kill is like it's good, but it's inconsistent. So like I said, for I don't know, it's different from everyone else for puzzle, but for me, someone could die in 5 bullets, 6, 8, like normal. It should be,
Mhm.
but there's times where people just eat 15, 20. Don't know why, don't know how. But it's better than dying in 3 bullets or two. You've seen the recent CODs that came out.
Yeah.
The last COD I remember not dying in a split second was Cold War.
Yeah.
From 20 the since MW 2019 till now, and Cold War was the best game that was like normal.
Mhm.
You didn't die fast, you didn't die slow. You didn't take that long. So yeah, it feels good. The game feels good. The guns feel good. Um, and these are the guns for this gear. From what, like I said, we talked about it in last season's podcast. Jesus, I'm like tripping because I'm trying not to say what I said last time. I'm trying to be different, but it doesn't really matter because the first part's not gonna come. But anyways, these are the guns that are in the game in the beta are the guns that are gonna be in the new game.
Mhm.
New game. But because of the rumor that came out a couple months ago when we talked about it was that stuff from this year's COD, which was MW 2022 or MW2, it's gonna it's gonna transfer over until next year. So it's gonna be the first COD where your stuff from last game is gonna transfer over to the new game.
Okay.
And they're talking about the guns from last year's game are gonna come into the new game. So it's gonna be probably a total of 100 something guns in the game.
That's a lot, and there's only gonna be like three of them that are gonna be viable for ranked.
Yeah, and I heard the tac is gonna be good again. So another year playing with tacs.
Fun.
So
As usual.
Um, yeah, but the game feels good. I like it. This is probably the most I've ever been addicted to a COD recently.
Hmm.
You heard of my opinions about CODs. I mean, I play them. I still play them no matter what.
Yeah.
I always be a diehard COD fan. But like the ways these games have been coming out, they just don't feel finished. If I say it,
That's
they
fair.
just don't feel finished. They're rushed.
Yeah.
They're just trying to get a quick money out of it.
Yeah.
This is actually feels like the first COD that feels like they listen to the people. Um, I doubt it's because of Microsoft. Microsoft have yet do anything yet,
Well, we'll
but
talk
we'll
about
talk
that in a
about it.
second,
We'll
actually.
talk about them in a second because it's big. It's actually
Yep.
big news in the world of the esports and the gaming world for everyone else. So yeah, beta feels good. I'm actually excited for the game. It feels like they listened to their audience this year compared to like the other years.
Hmm.
Feels good. Feels great. I'm excited on what they're gonna do with that because we've only had 4 maps. It gets boring, but obviously you don't want to release. I'll look at a majority of the maps. Even though there's gonna be like 16 or 19 web maps, and there are remakes from the old MW2.
Hmm.
But yeah, feels good. I can't wait to actually get my hands on the actual full game.
Yeah.
See what they add and what they fix and stuff. But the beta feels good. It's probably the best beta that's came out. And yeah, it's running smoothly. I haven't ran into no hackers, so well taken care of. So they're listening. So yeah, beta feels good. If you played it, obviously, let me know if you are watching who's played the COD beta. Let me know in the comments what you think and what your opinions are and what you think of it. And I'll reply back.
Yep.
So yeah, feels good. Um, can't wait for the this year's COD. That's gonna be a good year. And yeah,
Sounds good. Hopefully, when the full game comes out, it lives up to its expectations. But next, as you kind of already teased, Microsoft fully now has Activision under its wing. Going forward, all Activision titles will be no longer exclusive to certain platforms, especially when it comes to certain like early releases. Like when COD would have its betas, it would have like a early PlayStation beta that'd be solely for them with their own things, and then it would open up to everybody else. Going forward, after I think the Sony COD deal expires, that whole exclusivity thing with PlayStation is gone. So it'll be a uniform release across all platforms going forward.
which will actually be next year.
Okay, nice.
I think if it's not next year, it's 2025.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like in these next 2 years at least. But don't be surprised if the CODs that start coming out
Yeah,
are being made under Microsoft
yeah.
after this year. So
We'll also see just in general Activision games that were like maybe exclusively PlayStation, exclusively PC will now be Xbox available or PC available. So it opens a whole new catalog of some awesome games, some not so awesome games, but just games in general to the vast majority of users because most people either have one sort of console or a PC. So big news in
yeah,
the gaming world.
it's crazy because now Microsoft owns two of the biggest FPS shooters in the in
Yeah.
the in the in the space now. They own Halo
Yep.
and they own COD now. So and I've always liked Microsoft when they've always ran the esports scene in COD.
Hmm.
They feel like that is like feels like they actually like do stuff for the esport. Um,
Hmm.
if you see how they take care of Halo, don't be surprised we start seeing COD like that now.
Would be interesting.
And
Yeah.
so well
Oh.
because of that now Microsoft will own the CDL to a point where I don't know if they'll like get rid of this franchise and go back to the how Halo's being played now, which I do see, which I would love to see. Who knows? Because I would love to have COD and Halo and other esports in the same venue again, like the old times. Because who wouldn't imagine you walk up, you see snipe down on Apex across the scene across the venue, then you see the snake bite formal. APG right there, and next to them is the COD guys. Like, you know, how, like crazy that is, and then you'll be able to go watch other esports.
I mean, it kind of
But
sounds like DreamHack all over again, but yeah. I mean, also for COD, since it's not just the CDL they're getting under their wing, it's also the Overwatch League, which is going through their big transformation right now.
so if this is I do think Microsoft will put time into this game to into their league. Um, I think they'll do the whole like how Halo does their tournaments. I mean, it's just the way they do that turn like the format for that
Mhm.
for these type of FPS just feels right. It feels like it should be like that.
Okay.
Obviously, different games are different. Obviously, Valorant it literally became like a franchise league. Literally, even before the game was like big, they're like this game is gonna be so like now we have NA. Then there's like different teams in
Yeah,
Europe, and
different.
then that
Yeah.
play Val. So
I mean, because
um,
the thing is that like CODs and Halos are very much North America centric, and when I say North America, I mean mostly United States centered, with some Mexican and Canadian players, and then a very few sprinkling of EU players. It's the same across both console shooters, compared to like you said, Val, League, Dota, any of the like the big five of the esports worlds. Those are very much international based. You have, I guess you could say, hundreds of thousands of fans from like multiple countries that are based all over the world. So it makes sense for COD and Halo to be more America centric, and also to not necessarily be franchised because the scene is not to that
look,
level.
so I like how the old format was because you get a bunch of new faces, new teams break into the scene to help build players and get new faces onto bigger teams.
Yep.
It just expands the org that is supporting them and also the players' um, stock, I guess you could say.
Mm-hmm.
So the open bracket just helps in general. I mean, it helps orgs get their names out there if they make it into the pool play.
Yep.
Some players, obviously, your team may not play good and play, but if you're playing good, don't expect another. Like there are teams out there that are willing to, because there's more eyes now looking at you,
Yep.
because there's more opportunities to get scouted. So I mean, I like the open format where the teams come from open and then they get set into the pool like in the top pro teams or the people that they made it qualify for their spot and then the people that qualify from the open and then you get storylines, you get some upsets, which is good. It builds good story and builds player stock. It builds org stock.
Yep.
It's just the way that esport for that type of esport, like that shooter game,
Yep.
should have it. I mean, it's just how it works, and Halo does it fine. It does it perfectly. I mean, that's how it should be.
There's
But
a Call of Duty league that's still doing that right now. Do you know which one it is? The Japanese Call of Duty league is still not franchised.
not the same.
I
They're
mean,
not getting recognition.
no, they're not, but they still aren't there. They used to send participants to the CWL when they're still around. Obviously, they
Yeah,
would get wrecked, but like
obviously.
it gave them a chance to actually be on a stage.
Exactly, but that's why franchising is a problem, and it shouldn't be a thing for these. Like, if Halo to get franchised, that game's gonna die quick. Like there's a limited amount of people that already watch it.
Yeah,
Um, no offense, but it's true. Halo will have those times where the viewership is really bad and low,
no, yeah. But
and
also, like, it would
franchising
kill whatever international scene Halo has because they would all be based in NA.
exactly.
And COD's moving
And
the same way. You've had what, both European teams move over to North America now?
yeah, we have a full NA league now.
Yep.
Um, I mean, we have. Florida, but I mean they're called the Miami Heretics, which are a Spanish-based org in the U.S.
Yeah.
But because of the way they're placed, Miami's pretty heavy uh, Latino slash Hispanic area.
Hmm.
So I'm not surprised that they are there.
Yeah.
But yeah, actually excited about this. Can't wait um for the deal to like fully be processed and
Yeah.
like
Hmm.
Microsoft fully takes over.
Hmm.
So we can finally get uh like pods on Game Pass. I mean, who knows if they'll do it.
Yeah.
But we saw that what they could do when they fixed the Xbox servers. So I mean, it looks like Microsoft do care. So they did fix the old COD servers. So they do care, and that's the first thing they did. Think about it. They did that even before they even had full right, like to even be able to process to buy it.
Yeah.
So they weren't even like just say they got denied. That deal doesn't go through. They fix the servers without even like owning it,
Yeah.
which means they do care. Like they do care about taking care of the. Excuse me,
You're
but
good.
yeah, they do care. So I'm actually happy that Microsoft is now back in. Well, COD is back in the hands where it belongs.
Yeah.
Um, so don't be surprised if Microsoft starts setting them up with better PCs instead of the League PCs. Oh, they'll
Hmm.
start playing on the Xboxes again. Pros have been complaining about PC and has very hack friendly and or like very hacky, I guess you could call it whatever. That's not even a word, but you know
Hackable.
what I mean.
Yeah.
Hackable. And then there's features that you know, if a player lags out mid game, you know, I would assume a PC could just be able to bring them back and restart the game from where, so they don't have to restart the whole game. Don't have it, so they literally switched over to PC to make the game feel more smoother and clean.
Hmm.
But it just, what's the point of having play on PC if you're not gonna have the benefits of like bringing someone back into the game with everything they lost? Like you had streaks, you lag out, you come back in, you still got them, you keep the same score, so you don't
Yeah.
start from zero, or they have to restart the match, like stuff like that. But it just hasn't been a thing. It's only been a thing in COD once, and that was back in MW 2019. Since then, it hasn't happened again.
Hmm.
So they just restart the whole game from scratch. So I'm actually excited for this. Obviously more games. You know, they own Candy Crush too. Shout out to the Candy Crush moms out there. I know y'all play that. Y'all
Hmm.
love that game. But yeah, I'm actually excited. So can't wait for when they fully acquire it
Yep.
because they didn't have the rights to buy it yet, but they were in the talks about thinking about it, right?
No, they were. Yeah.
Or so they hadn't bought it. They already proposed that they were going to buy it. They were waiting to be accepted by the UK Brits to allow them to go on and proceed with the buying it.
Yep.
So, so because of it, now they will be going forward with it. They'll be, I'm pretty sure, once it's settled.
I mean, it's
Um,
essential. It's settled now. Microsoft fully owns Activision, so now it's just the transition period. To
that's what it is. That's
yeah.
what I meant. That's what I was trying to think. I was trying to say, but I didn't say it. But like you're here. But yes, now they fully own it because they've already. Do you see that trailer they released?
Yeah.
That trailer was dope. We're gonna have some Master Chief skins in COD.
Yeah.
We vamos. But yeah, I'm actually excited. So it's good to know that because of the whole Activision issues with their controversies, um, I'm not surprised. But not surprised. Well, I was more surprised that actually Microsoft went up and tried to and offered it to buy it. I thought Sony would have done it, but I guess not. So it's
Yeah.
better because knowing Sony, they would probably have made a fucking COD PlayStations and not Microsoft. I know they won't.
Yep. Yeah. It's an exciting future for Activision, and
And
we'll get
it's
to see
actually
what
a new
happens.
era in game. in general.
Yep.
Um, don't don't be surprised if you start seeing like crazy stuff come out of Microsoft's showcases now.
Hmm.
Like, because they could do that. They got so much they could showcase. Like, they could showcase a lot of game.
Yeah.
Like, think about it. Like, don't be. They acquired a couple new studios too. So games are just gonna get better. It's gonna be ran by people that know what they're doing. Shout out that boy Phil Spencer. Oh, cheat. But yeah, actually excited. So, um, what about you? What you think?
Like I said, it's I'm largely curious just to see what they're gonna do with Overwatch because they actually didn't mention it much after the acquisition. So I'm not sure if they see a future of Overwatch or if they just don't know what they want to do with the game just yet. But it's all still ongoing, and we'll just have to wait and see what Microsoft's vision forward is for Activision Blizzard. But next on our list, esports, we got Dota 2 the International started the past few days. We are in the like bracket stage. My team, EG, which is the powerhouse team in South America, got
They got
murdered.
slammed. They got
Yeah,
slammed.
but murdered by North America's Team Liquid. Watch that game live. Not good. EG's not making. EG's not winning TI this year. I'm just gonna tell you guys that right now. But I don't think TI will either. We might see one of the Asian teams win TI. But also one of the things that people are talking about for this year's international, of course, like we mentioned last time, was the prize pool. Unfortunately, is kind of sad. It's better than
Dude,
most esports, to be fair, but like for the
for Dota's like ceiling, that's pretty bad.
yeah,
Like, um, so Dota. So most of well, my players told me that the players don't get like a crazy salary because of how crazy the prize pools are for the events.
yep,
Because of the funding, they have great funding down there in that esport.
all
Um,
crowdfunded.
so they do it right. Even if you play really bad, you get a big chunk, like a lot of money for surprisingly how low you start.
Yep,
But because of like you told me, Dota had they usually have a battle pass where a lot of people buy for cosmetics and stuff like that. And this year they just I guess they didn't care.
they were so
And
bad, man.
um they don't know their fundings for the esport come from that, a percentage of that, and then most of it goes to the big up, the higher ups. But they decided not to put any effort into this battle pass, and it shows. And most of the pros are frustrated about it. I mean, I understand because of the crazy prize pool from last year and then the year before. Like, am I able to say like COVID? And is
It
that
was
like a thing?
COVID, the 2020,
Am I
and
able to say that word?
I you should be fine. But like
The
2021's
the
international prize pool was $40 million.
thing about it, that's okay. Yeah, I'm gonna say it. If it's wrong, I'm sorry in advance. But the COVID year
Yeah,
had a bigger boom than now because people were inside playing the game more and more.
yeah. But like it
But
was
like
on a
you,
rise each year, you know? Like before that, it was what 36 million and then 33 million. It just kept going up each year.
you would have thought it would have gone up more. I mean, we like literally last week after the podcast, we started predicting how high it would go, and it we were projecting it to hit what 3-5 mil.
I was thinking it was 5 mil.
That's
It's no.
think about it. That's like a 25 to 30 million difference compared to like their usual year. Think about it.
Yeah,
They and most of the I guess you say that the the you usually put 2 million in.
yeah. Valve usually puts 1 to 2 million in each year automatically to start it off.
That didn't even hit three
It's
million.
it's struggling right now, and I doubt it. Yeah, it might hit 3 mil, and it's probably gonna stop around there. But TI is fun as usual. Just obviously the players' prize pool is not as luxurious as Dota tends to be. But that's just how it's gonna be this year. There's nothing we can do about it at this point. So
That sucks, man. I mean, I feel bad for them.
hey, they're out there, they're having fun. They still will get a better prize pool than most esports, anyways. It's just that Dota tended to be able to brag that they had even greater than that, you know.
They're down there with the average now.
Yeah.
They look like a low league.
Hey man, it is what it is. But next we have the other MOBA game, League of Legends. Their World Swiss stage starts this Thursday actually. Last night the play-ins ended, which with some fun games. I actually stayed up to watch some of them. But we had the Europe seed go through, and we had
PSG versus
BDS, yeah.
BDS. Yep.
And PSG was up 2-0 and then got reverse swept by BDS. But it was a really good series. So my Worlds pick'ems are already screwed because of that game and games before that. But Swiss Day should be fun. The very first match, T1 versus Team Liquid, this Thursday. Liquid is going to get... We're done. It's already GG's. NA fans, we gotta go home already. It's time to buy the airplane ticket and come back to the US.
That's bad.
I'm
That's so
sorry,
bad.
man. But the Swiss Day should be fun because every team that goes 1-0 will play the other team that went 1-0. Every team that goes 0-1 will play the other team that went 0-1. And it keeps going. You play against teams that have the same record as you. And any team that has a 3-0 record automatically qualifies for the the semifinals, the quarter semifinals phase. So it's supposed to be more fun.
Can you answer this question?
Yes.
Let me be serious. Let me stop trolling and making stupid faces.
Yeah.
Anyways, how come League every year they have a different format for Worlds? Why?
So Worlds has
The
stayed
o-
with. Go ahead.
The only thing that never changes is MSI.
MSI changed this year, remember?
But before they didn't change. It was
MSI
because
and Worlds have had the same format since 2016. This year they decided to change the format for both MSI and Worlds. So Worlds doesn't change formats often. They wanted to try a new format this year because people have been begging for double elimination since 2016. And MSI had double elimination and people seemed to like it. Worlds doesn't have double elimination. We have this, like I said, the Swiss bracket, which should be interesting to see how it plays out. It still should be fun, regardless. But I know people are going to also be confused because it's the first time. But like I said, it's easy.
Make the shit simple. Why is it a Swiss?
If you're 1-0, you play a team that's 1-0. If you're 0-1, you play against a team that's 0-1. So if you're 2-0, you play against a team that's 2-0. Like you just have, if you have the same record, you go up against that person. That's not hard, is it?
Keep the same format, dog.
It's fine. We'll see how feedback is for this year. But the games have been hyped so far. Play-ins has actually been hyped, so hopefully Swiss is just as hyped.
Sorry, while we're recording this, wait.
Yeah.
Optic are up 2-0 in the World Finals.
Well, this is what we're about to talk about it anyways. The third World Championship happening this month because October is the month for big esports events. Halo World Championship is happening right now. We have Optic versus FaZe Clan. Who could have seen that matchup coming? I thought it was going to be Optic versus Space Station, but here we are. FaZe is down. Currently 0-2, like you just said. Optic has been unreal recently.
They've been counting them out. They've been counting them out all season. They thought this FaZe team was gonna be good.
FaZe is good though. They're in the grand finals.
Okay, be honest with me.
Yes.
Now that they played a year, and they won 2 tournaments, which is good. They won it back to back.
Yeah.
If FaZe don't win the World Championship, this roster was made to win the final.
Correct.
Do you start thinking? Do they make changes?
No. If I'm FaZe or Space Station, I keep the same roster.
No, I know Space Station. That team's nice.
Yeah. Though I think those two teams should not change, even if FaZe loses today. Nah, keep the same roster. Run it back.
Okay. You think?
They gotta see how the bandit rifle plays for the next season, because that I think that will change some things up for some pros.
Mm, we'll see.
Yeah. But since
I
we
mean,
mentioned that next season, ranks is changing. We got new map, new game mode, which is what was it? Gosh dang it! It's the game mode where you have to grab like the ball and you have to arm it. I forgot the name of that game mode. No, not in other games, yeah, but in Halo it had a very specific name, and we saw it in Halo 2 a lot. So at least I'm happy that we're getting a new game mode for Infinite
wait,
ranked
is it being added or is something getting removed?
added. Nothing's getting removed.
Oh, so there's recharge my.
Maps or
What is
game modes? Hold on.
oh, so game mode. So the
Yeah.
Slayer, CTF, King
Extraction.
of the Hill,
That's the new one.
King of the Hill.
King of the Hill.
What's the other one?
You said Slayer, CTF, King of the Hill. Uh, the other one that's like King of the Hill. Strongholds and Extraction. We have 5 game modes now. And Oddball, six, six, six. We have 6 game modes.
Dude, that's not even enough to play in a series.
No, well, if you're in a best 7, every single game mode will be different. And then watch, if they go to the round 7, it's going to be another Slayer. Because that's how they did it in H5 and other games too.
So are we gonna see one Slayer now instead of two?
I think so, yeah. We probably will get one Slayer. I just claimed a Halo drop. Hold on. I got the charm. But as I was saying, yeah, we got Extraction, and it should be fun. I mean, you played Extraction in the old Halos, right?
I did.
It's only annoying if your teammates are trash. And considering the type of teammates we get, it's about to be stupid annoying. But should be fun. New map, new game mode. The season battle pass for the next season looks amazing. They're making helmets cross course, so now you can wear your helmets on any armor that you want, and I guess soon it'll be the armor pieces too. So the next season looks like the real proper Halo season. They're not adding stuff that should have been in the game. This is stuff that's actually an addition to the game. So Halo is back. I can confidently say that.
Wait, did we just get finesse this year?
What?
Hold up. Did we just get a charm that we got last year
I think
at
it's
World?
the same charm. Yeah,
Because this says I have 2 of them.
it's the same charm.
I mean, the trophy never changes. It's the same trophy. Dude.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know what we expect them to do, but
Oh,
Halo,
anyway.
new season, and of course HCS is coming back next year. HCS season 3 should be fun. Maybe we'll get some new teams. We'll have to see how esports winter treats Halo, because I'm not sure how high the contracts are actually in Halo. Do you know what the optic contracts are for Halo?
I'm getting paid a lot.
I assume so, but like,
I mean, I don't think they'll struggle with that. They're financially stable.
gotcha.
They'll be-
We'll see.
Um,
I mean, Cloud9
Fade-
somehow is still in
Fade-
Halo.
Fades is a question mark.
Uh-huh.
It's supposed to go bankrupt by next month.
Yeah.
You heard about that? So who knows if they're around?
Yep.
Next year or this upcoming season or anything phase evolved.
Yep.
We'll find out.
We'll see if FaZe actually survives esports winter, because they could be one of the few big orcs to actually bite the bullet and just literally go away. So it'll be interesting to watch. Another team that's actually facing esports winter actually is Astralis. They might be leaving League and a few other esports because they just can't keep up with the funds. So it's once December comes around, it's gonna be interesting to see what happens to a lot of big and small orgs. But next we got the Minecraft mob vote. Do you want to say something real quick?
These salaries that people were getting because of pandemic was crazy. Like it's insane. And then it's only gotten progressively higher.
Yep.
Every year. I get you're trying to, you gotta pay your players, but you don't gotta pay them like goddamn sports app, you know.
Yep.
So, I mean, those contracts are insane.
You could
Like,
be like the Florida Overwatch team. Their roster this year, they paid them a close to the lowest that they could, right? And they're currently the Overwatch League reigning world champions against teams that paid millions of dollars for their rosters. So it's possible to win with a low budget roster, but also at the same time, like you were saying the past few podcasts, some players definitely do deserve a higher budget, but at the same time, esports doesn't bring in that type of money either. So it's a tricky situation unless you're one of the few big teams that's actually financially stable, like
okay,
T1, like Optic.
so what is League of Legends contract like? Like for example,
Like for
so
where
like
Korea and hey, it's different for each region.
Korea, I would assume because they're the most popular and the most high viewed
You see
in the
players like lower end, like maybe 200,000. Obviously, the higher end, a couple million. You have Faker, who's a part owner of his org, so he's up there. But like a player like Chovy, maybe like 2 million. But lower end players would be like 200,000, maybe 150K the lowest, which is still completely livable on. That's more. It's more than livable, in fact. So
yeah. I mean, um,
compare that to
yeah,
like a Halo Pro, like making like 45K a year, which
like
is
the average or like the highest.
that's like median, like middle of the road for Halo Pros, which is why many of them have like part time jobs outside of Halo, or they have some of them have to do full time streaming outside of Halo to make even more money because some of them live in Texas, which is kind of expensive in certain places. So
Hmm. It's so you're saying contracts are how they are because of certain players, because of the stock they have, and because of how much they bring into their respective works.
exactly, and soon we're gonna see these top players not making those big
You
numbers.
you want to know what the league average in COD is?
What is it?
50K,
50K? Okay, so it's a little bit of like it's only 5K above Halo. Yeah,
and I'm hearing they're planning to go. The lowest would be 100K.
the
So which means
lowest.
yeah,
That's oh okay.
planning to go up, which is only rumors, not 100%. But what I heard or what I've been listening to is
Mm-hmm.
that they're planning to bump up the minimum to a little more,
Yeah.
which could be a pound for some orgs. Obviously, the bottom orgs, like who knows what London situation is like,
Yeah.
or sorry,
London.
Carolina.
Yeah, yeah.
Who knows what their new management is like?
Mm.
They have more funds now or like better resources to be where they are. Obviously, Vegas they usually pay their players bare minimum depending on the player stock. So like obviously play in 10, those guys weren't playing on the bare minimum. They were playing on a higher end contract
Yeah.
where what's reasonable for them and for the org. But yeah, so the bare minimum in what I if I'm not mistaken, 50K,
Yeah.
which is not bad, you know, for someone who plays video games. Obviously you would want to make more.
Yeah.
Obviously the goal is to make money
I mean, for
financially.
for esports, at least from a team perspective, teams need to find a way to diversify their income. Obviously, you have like lots of teams, especially middle of the tier teams, tend to take a little bit from tournament prize winnings. To higher teams tend to not do that; they just let the pros disperse that among themselves. But if it's from tournament winnings, if it's from like merchandise sales, if it's from content creation, ad revenue from YouTube, Twitch, whatever, teams need to be able to be marketable. So they do have to have merchandise that people want to buy. They have to have a personality. They have to have like a name that's recognizable, players that are recognizable. That's where people will actually be dedicated to the brand and their players. They have to have merchandise that people actually want to buy. Like if you're selling a jersey, don't make it ugly. Have clothes that people can also wear casually. 100 Thieves and Optic do that really well. If you need to have multiple ways for revenue income, and then encourage your players to stream because they can make a lot from that. You have Formal, who is a streamer and playing on the Halo stage right now. He makes an insane amount from Twitch subscriptions and bits and all that stuff, but also he makes a lot from his prize pool and his player contract. So it's a good way to supplement his income, you know? Same with Faker, same with any of the other big pros.
Think about it. Pros like big pros, they don't really need to stream if they don't to.
Yeah.
But because they realize there's another source of income that I mean, you play video games for a little, might as well just stream it. No one, I mean, you'll get. I mean, it's. I mean, you would say that's easy for everybody, but for them like these top high pros with high salaries,
Hmm.
they don't need to stream. They don't need to. But if they realize, look, if I could get another income coming from something else, from doing something I love and get paid to do,
Yeah.
then why not do it and make more out of it? And
It also highlights it can also be a good way to advertise the team that you're on. A lot of people
and
watch
the esport.
Faker, they know about T1 now. A lot of people watch Formal, they know about Optic.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta think about it. Formal switching and going back to Halo was like crazy, and obviously there's more people watching Halo because of it.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah. Um,
Just make sure teams and players that diversify your income revenue. You got to do a bunch of stuff to stay relevant, and it can help both you as a player, and it can also help your org. So both of you can be mutually beneficial off of the activities that you do.
yeah.
But yeah. Our last esports gaming related topic is the Minecraft mob vote that happened earlier today. We had the armadillo versus the crab and the penguin. I was team penguin, but I would concede to the crab. Neither of those won.
Wait, hold up, pause. Oh, I just got a cramp. I just lost full. Hold up. My fault. You can leave this in. Just leave it in.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
I was team penguin, but somehow the armadillo won, which I don't understand. But good for you guys. We're getting an armadillo in Minecraft now.
Pretty whack.
Like, well, if you were to vote, what would you have voted for? The crab, penguin, or armadillo?
Penguin.
Penguin. See, okay. Penguins seem interesting.
Crab seem. I mean, I feel like there was crabs in Minecraft back then, weren't there? At one point.
No, no,
No.
no.
I thought that would have been like something that would have already been in the game by
It,
now.
it kind of seems like it, but surprisingly not. But like, I'm trying to think of animals that already exist in biomes. Like the ice biome already has the polar bear,
Polar bears.
and that's it. So you'd be able to have penguins, or like the sand biomes or beaches don't have anything, so you'd be able to have crabs. The armadillos, I believe you're gonna find them like in the rainy biomes, which already have like ocelots and stuff like that.
They have a bunch of birds like.
So it's like it made sense for either the crab or the penguin to show up first before. I kind of wish that since they what I hate about the mob vote is that all three mobs could also just come in if they really wanted to, but they're not gonna do that.
They don't want to make people happy. They want to have interactions and clicks and stuff like that to get the views on there. I don't know. I'm
Yeah.
probably talking some BS, but
Well,
yeah, I rather.
people rig the votes because you have big Minecraft YouTubers that say vote for this one. If you're a part of my community, you gotta vote for this one, and it happens every year. Yeah.
That's stupid. I mean, good for them, but crabs. I mean, armadillo. Like, what comes out of it? Like,
Don't
or
know.
what would its purpose be? And most of the time, you're not. Half of the time, most people don't even go into that area of Minecraft because they're usually hard to find.
Hmm.
So
Hey man, we got a new mob coming, so if you
they
see
got
an
no
armadillo,
snakes.
no
They got no
snakes.
snake.
No.
Snakes would have been good for the desert. Let's see what else is good for the desert.
Desert?
Mm.
Ostrich? I don't know. No, that'd be weird. Camels. You could have camels.
Exactly. So I mean, a mob at least. I mean,
It's fine.
the penguin would have been nice to have.
Yeah.
The crab, not so much. Um, so I
Hey
mean, it
man,
doesn't really matter.
We got a new mom coming, so Minecraft kids, be happy. This is what you voted for. This is what you get.
So bland and boring.
Yep. But on to our general news. We have last night we had the Logan Paul versus Dillian or Dylan, which is it?
Dylan
Dylan
Dennis.
Dylan Dennis fight. I saw clips on Twitter. I saw that Dylan Dennis couldn't do anything, and then he tried to hit Logan when the fight ended, and security flooded that ring, and it was chaos. But
I saw it. Didn't pay for it. I will not, because that looked like a hot piece of garbage.
I
I
did you
kind
see
of
the
knew.
Salt Pappy fight when he got KO?
Who? Okay, I'm gonna defend my guy Salt Pappy.
Uh-huh.
If you see Salt Pappy, he's lost a lot of weight.
Mm-hmm.
He looked really good, and for someone who loses that much weight, I'm not surprised that his body's not used to his weight yet, and he's lost a lot of power in his head because he's lost so much weight.
Yep.
He's not carrying so much. So, and I think I think his body wasn't yet
Adjusted like.
trained, adjusted to his new weight.
Mm-hmm.
But he looks good. So I mean, I mean, it's good to see that he's healthier and he feels better.
Yeah,
Um, but obviously, I mean, it's his second fight loss.
I think so. Yeah.
But this, yeah, it is. But this one, you really can't say he's like going downhill. Because if you see what he's before picture and what he looked now, it's a huge difference, and
Mm-hmm.
you can't really say that he's falling off because of he's been losing. He's been losing so much weight,
Yeah.
and he's been losing an insane amount of weight. He went down so much in his weight class.
No, he's had a good transformation for himself, so he should be proud of his
So,
achievements.
so
Yeah.
yeah, kind of don't really take that against him because um, I saw a bunch of people saying that he's falling off, he's losing all the hype. It was all hype and all that.
Yeah.
But I mean, he's lost a lot of weight, and like you said, and like I was saying, I don't think his body has yet to adjust to it.
Mm-hmm.
And he's lost a lot of power in his throws because he's lost a lot of weight. So it's not surprised that he hasn't knocked anybody out,
Yep.
or he can't knock anybody out because of power he doesn't have anymore. But like I said, I don't really have nothing like to say that he's falling off. It's just Um, he just lost a lot of weight. His body's not really adjusted to it. But but his transformation is insane and it's cool.
Yeah.
What?
I was counting on my head how many times you said he lost a lot of weight. His body has to transform.
Oh, dude, it's because I'm still like tweaked out from like earlier when I recorded the first part of the episode like 3-4 times.
Yeah, if you made it this far, my internet's been bad today. This is like the fourth, fifth time that we've done this now. So, but we're making it through. So this is probably the final version that you'll see on YouTube.
I don't hope he don't criticize him because of
You're about to say it again.
don't criticize him on his transformation. His stuff hasn't adjusted yet. That's all. I because there's people are critiquing him, but like you got to think about it like logically.
Yeah,
Like,
that's the thing, and we know what it is. So, but
not my fault. I'm tweaked out. Y'all don't understand how much I'm trying to
no,
like.
you're
After
good.
earlier, I was tweaked out. We recorded this like 5 minutes and then another couple minutes. I get
Yeah,
checked out. But yes,
the main fight was Logan Paul
no,
versus Dylan.
no, it wasn't the main fight.
Well, it was the main fight that people talked about after, because what
Well,
happened?
yeah, because of what happened, but yeah.
What was the main fight then?
KSI versus Tommy Fury,
Oh yeah,
which was
KSI
so,
got
which was
cheated.
so garbage.
Yeah,
I
KSI got
couldn't
cheated.
bear to watch it, but it should have been a draw in my opinion.
Yeah, man, it
I
was
don't
a
think he
mess
should
of
have
a
won.
KSI.
I don't think he should have won,
Mm.
but I don't think he should have lost. I think it should have been a draw.
Okay.
Um, obviously, I don't know. I mean, you could tell he was upset. I mean, he could have won the fight.
Yep.
But from how I saw it, I was like, it should be an end in a draw.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't be surprised if KSI won, and he didn't win. was the first time I've seen him lose. It
Yeah.
was the first time I've seen Logan Paul win. So, yeah. But yeah, and then there's things coming out that the scoring wasn't like they didn't do it correctly, and there was controversy about it, and it should have ended in a tie. And I think it should have ended in a tie either way.
Mm.
I don't think they should have been a winner. Oh,
What
but yeah,
what do you think about Logan Paul calling out Rey Mysterio for the next fight?
I mean he could do that because he's a WWE superstar. So
But do you think that Logan Paul can actually fight Rey Mysterio?
yeah.
Okay.
I mean, he fought Roman Reigns, and he could have. I mean, obviously he wasn't gonna beat him, but from how the fight looked, he could have beat him.
Yeah.
Even though he tore his legs apart
Uh,
because of it. But yeah, I'm not surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if he lost. Look, if okay, I want you to see it like this. If Logan Paul's a big face on the internet,
hmm
and you know he's almost everywhere on the internet, and then he has his podcast. So you don't think WWE would want to have him carry that everywhere?
No, of
He
course,
would
yeah.
place it. It would be on his podcast. It would get more people to watch. Like it'll catch people like, hey, what is that? Like, why does he have that? And he says, oh, I'm a WWE superstar and I have the WWE United States Championship. Check me out on this night, this and that.
hmm
And then so it would be good publicity for himself and also for WWE.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be shocked if he won a championship. So yeah, why not call out Rey Mysterio? Probably. I mean, if fair enough, if he does have a chance to win it, and I wouldn't be surprised if he has the match this year,
Yep.
in like beginning of November.
Okay.
They're gonna be fighting in Saudi Arabia.
Okay.
So I won't be surprised if they do have this fight in like next month or a month from now,
Guess we'll wait and see.
or sometime this year. Um, so
Yeah.
good for him.
Good for him. Yeah. Yes. We have our final general news topic. Jada Pinkett Smith came out a few days ago and revealed even more information about her relationship, which nobody was asking for, to be fair, but we got. And apparently, her and Will have not been married for a long time.
No, wait. Well, hold on. You gotta. They are married. They're just separated. They haven't. She said that
Sure,
she
yeah,
said something about that they don't want to get divorced because they feel like they can fix it,
yeah.
but they have been separated for 7 years. So
They haven't
keep
like
that
been like an
keep that
official.
name out your damn mouth, woman.
They've been like on paper married, but like with each other, not really. So now people are questioning Will Smith's actions about. Everybody knows about the
Slapping.
slap, and they're like, "Why would you do that to?" And they're like, apparently it was so that he could impress her. Which, when you read about this or hear about this, it kind of sounds like the type of things you would hear about in middle school, in high school, when you're trying to be the big tough guy, or the big tough girl, and you're trying to impress your
Yeah,
crush.
cause yeah, because he said that she was like shocked that he addressed her as his wife and that he did that. So
Mm-hmm.
um, yeah, I mean, Will Smith, you kind of owe that man an apology for slapping the gums off his face.
Yeah.
And yeah, and then and then she gotta put that mouth. She gotta how do I say it? She gotta pipe it or something. Wait,
Just
no.
whoa, hold on. She's
Wait, she
just
gotta shut it.
that
She
is
gotta
yeah.
she gotta zip it up. Just zip it up.
We just
Just
no more. We don't need to hear anything else about your life. I know it's the one way that your family keeps itself relevant in our world, but there's some things, especially relationship things, in my opinion, and I think also in your opinion, many of those things should be kept private between the two people in the relationship. And when you're a celebrity, when privacy already is a hard thing to come by, and you're just
yeah.
the one private
You
thing that you do have, and you're just throwing it out there.
Yeah. Whatever you have private, you should just try to your best to keep it because you're like you said, you're a celebrity. You have so much eyes on you.
Yeah.
You could literally walk out, scratch your nose, and it's all over the news.
Yeah.
He was picking his nose. He was eating. You know, they always it's always some like crazy stuff. But um,
Celebrities are like the one group of people who have people stalking them at all times to get photos for like Getty Images or for the next tabloid, which is when you think about it, it's like that's kind of weird because if you had somebody stalking you for pictures, you'd call the police or you'd call them out. Celebrities can't do that.
that's the life they chose.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah. Is there anything else you want to add? Because we're out of general news topics.
uh,
Because we can't say about Halo yet, because currently it's 1-2 and they're still playing, and it's best of 7, so it's going to go on for a while.
not really. Um,
Do
I
what we
don't.
did
I
last
don't
year.
know.
Just look through Twitter real quick.
There's nothing on there besides a bunch of. Let's see.
Ecuador just elected somebody new for president? Yeah. I think. Yeah, Ecuador just elected a 35-year-old Daniel Noboa as its president. Apparently, they're calling him heir to the banana empire because his parents have like banana stock or something like that. Fortnite had a big event today. I have no idea who won because I didn't watch it. Um, let's see. Alabama's head coach had his 200th win the past week. There's that.
Georgia almost lost.
Georgia almost lost, but almost lost versus losing are two different things. So Georgia won their game. We keep on rolling undefeated. Uh, Loki season 2 had a second episode come out. Please watch Loki if you haven't. Really good series.
Go watch Gen V on Amazon Prime
There's that too. Yeah, Gen
if
V.
you watch The Boys. Go
Really?
watch Global Conquerors podcast on
Yeah,
Global Conquerors YouTube.
there's that too.
I mean there hasn't really been much.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a slower week because the news that is out there we can't talk about on this podcast.
Yeah, we're gonna
So
step
it's
we're gonna step away from a lot of political stuff this um
I mean not that we weren't even heavily political in the
oh
first place.
um
So
head of Xbox Phil Spencer spotted at the Halo World event.
that's cool.
What else?
Big deal for Halo. I don't really see much. Let me check Jake Lucky real quick.
Um, yeah, there's not really much.
Yeah, it's yeah, really not too
Yeah,
much
there's
going on
really.
right now. So we will fill you in next week on the results of the Halo World Championship, and obviously next week we'll probably see Halo and League because Halo's going to be done by the time this is over, and League will be halfway through its Swiss stage. I don't really know of any other esports. Oh, the international should be still ongoing, and yeah, that's about it that I can think of esports. So if we get any more gaming news, any more general news, tune back in next week. Same place, same channel. It'll just be episode 4, Conquest, season 2. It's your host, SMGFrenzy, co-host.
Assassin. I'm surprised you took the outro this time.
It's all good. Episode's been kind of fricked today, so I'm just gonna. I'll close it
Yeah.
out.
Yeah. Close it out, man.
Yep.
I'll give you the.
You know the usual. We have our socials down below. You can find us on LinkedIn, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, not X. And like I said, this podcast goes live every Thursday at 12 p.m. Eastern or noon, however you want to call it. Check out our other videos. I know we're a little bit delayed on Conquest Shorts because I've had a rough week. It has been busy. But the podcast will always go live at the same time. We should have some Halloween content coming soon. Angel will be editing some videos going forward. and he still has to stream Alien Isolation, so we're still waiting on that. He's got half a month left. But till next time, we will
Where
see
the
you guys.
fuck do I buy it?
You can buy it on
Steam?
Xbox Game Pass. Not a game. Is it not on Game Pass?
Let me confirm it.
It's
Let me
on
see.
Xbox. That I know for sure. Cause
Right.
I've had it before on Xbox.
Let's see. Alien.
He's gonna do this right now. Okay.
Oh, $40
It's still
for
a
the
great
PC
game, man.
version. I might have to get it just for this stream.
Yeah. While he does that, we will see you guys next week. Bye.
Bye.